Okay, so you've probably seen the videos, right? The ones all over your feed. The message is always loud and clear. AI is getting so smart, so fast, it's going to make entire jobs just disappear. And you guessed it, cybersecurity is always at the top of that hit list. But today, we're going to dig in and find out if that's really the whole story.
I mean, you see claims just like this one all over the place. It's super dramatic, it gets a ton of clicks, and let's be honest, it really feeds into that doom and gloom story that everyone seems a little obsessed with right now. The whole idea is that some all-powerful AI is just around the corner, ready to both attack and defend computer systems better than any human ever could. So, is the field of cybersecurity really about to just go extinct? Or is there something else going on here? In this explainer, we're going to cut right through all that noise and take a look at what the people who actually work in this field are seeing on the ground. All right, let's dive into the Smith. You know, a lot of these claims that AI is going to wipe out cybersecurity jobs, they tend to come from a couple of places, either from folks who don't actually work in the industry or from content creators who just know that fear gets views. It's a classic case of not really understanding what the job is all about. So, you have this myth, right? It's the one we all see in the movies. The hoodie, the dark room, this idea that cybersecurity is just about hacking into a website. But the reality? Oh, it's so much bigger. We're talking about protecting the things that keep our world running, the banks, the hospitals, the power grid, the really, really important stuff. Now here's where it gets really interesting. The whole conversation gets flipped on its head when you look at what's happening in the real world. Because sometimes, instead of being the magic solution, AI is actually the source of a massive security problem. And boy, aren't there a perfect recent example of this. So, a company launched this new dating app. Its entire marketing campaign was built around one thing: providing safety and privacy for women. To build the app, they used this fancy marketing term they called VIP coding. What did that actually mean? Well, it meant they let an AI write most of the code for the whole application with very little human supervision. And the result was, well, pretty much immediate and totally disastrous. This app, the one that was supposed to be a safe space, got breached. Not once, but twice. The very tool that was supposed to make building the app faster and cheaper ended up creating a complete and utter failure. And the scale of this failure is just staggering. We're talking about more than 72,000 private images from users getting leaked all over the internet. And this wasn't just photos. It included copies of passports and driver's licenses. You know, the documents with people's home addresses on them. So in this case, AI didn't replace security pros. It created an absolutely urgent need for them. You know, that story really is the perfect way to understand why real-world cybersecurity is so much more than just trying to break into a system. It's a serious professional discipline that's all about managing incredibly complex risks. Professionals in this field actually organize their work around a core framework. It's called the CIA Triad. And no, not that CIA. This stands for confidentiality, integrity, and availability. And it's basically the bedrock of information security strategy. Let me break it down with a super simple analogy. Just think about a bank ATM. Confidentiality is making sure only you can see how much money you have. Pretty important, right? Then there's integrity. That just means no one can just go in and change the numbers in your account. And finally, availability. That's the ATM actually working when you walk up to it to get cash. See? The job is to protect all three of those things all the time. So when you boil it all down, cybersecurity is about building trust. It's about governance, about making smart, strategic decisions to keep a business and its customers safe. These are complex, human skills that you just can't automate away with an algorithm. So who are the people actually doing all this work? Well, it's not just one job. The field is huge, with all these different teams of specialists working together. You've got the red team, they're the ethical hackers, always trying to break in to find the weak spots. Then you've got the blue team, the defenders, who build the walls and watch for attacks. Then there's the GRC team. They handle the big picture strategy, the policies, the risk. And that's not even counting all the specialists who are deep experts in just one thing. It's a whole ecosystem of human talent. And this, right here, brings us to the most important point. Far from replacing all these people, AI is actually adding new layers of complexity. And believe it or not, it's creating more work. Just think about it from a defender's point of view. Every time a company wants to use some new AI tool, the security team has to check it out. A lot of these new AI-powered security tools create a ton of false alarms that a person has to spend time investigating. And every single time you connect to an AI model, you're opening up another potential door for an attacker. It creates this whole new cycle of work that just didn't exist a few years back. For every new AI system a company brings in, a person has to assess the risk, document it, figure out how to reduce the danger, and then watch it constantly. That is a human job, from start to finish. And that right there is the real story, coming straight from people who have been in the trenches for decades. AI isn't some executioner coming for cybersecurity jobs. It's actually a force multiplier for the mission, creating new challenges and new areas that demand human strategy, human oversight, and human expertise. So really, the conversation we all should be having isn't about AI taking jobs. It's about what new, totally unforeseen risks the next generation of AI is going to create. Because one thing's for sure, there will have to be skilled human beings ready to step in and manage them.